Friends, today is Wednesday, June 4, 2025. In the great first letter of John, 1 John chapter 4, there is a famous verse. We're going to read it today. It's verse 18. And here we are. There is no fear in love. Perfect love casts out fear. It destroys fear. For fear has to do with punishment, and whoever fears has not reached perfection in love. Yesterday I mentioned that the first commandment, I'm the Lord your God, I'm yours, is an invitation. Will you be mine? Will you agree to the terms of the covenant? Will you submit your will to mine? Will you partner with me in life so I can help you choose things that enhance your freedom rather than diminish it? Yesterday we realized that many forms of slavery are self-imposed. They arise from our choices. And we gave examples of that yesterday. But there's also psychological and spiritual forms of oppression in which we can get all bound up and restricted, in which we become unfree and we're not the people that we really want to be. And those arise from a combination of circumstances, emotional choices that we make, and also biology. And it's hard often to tell how all those are interacting. But I'll bet you and I both know people who've ended up broken because of the emotional side of life. Fear and anxiety, for instance, holds people captive, and they are not able to express their possibilities and ask their questions and wrestle with things properly and venture and take risks because they're worried that everything's going to be a disaster. There's also doubts and self-doubts, and those can be very inhibiting in life, so that people are feeling inadequate, and those feelings of inadequacy keep them on the sidelines. They don't volunteer. They don't get involved. They don't take responsibility for things. And these are things that they could do brilliantly and become stronger spiritually and emotionally if they did, but they're captive to this self-doubt. There are narcissism, and it is extreme form solipsism, where the world is unreal. It's only my will, my inner world. But narcissism in various forms too, where our love, instead of focusing outward toward people in the world, is all focused inward. It kind of implodes, and the boundaries of my world is the limits of my own ego. And so all of those forms of restriction can coexist with political freedom, and yet they all are different forms of slavery. Do you see today and yesterday how freedom has spiritual and psychological components as well as political and legal ones? Let's take a moment and pray. Gracious God, grant us freedom from uncontrolled desire, unfettered desire, and from fear and anxiety. Give us the capacity to escape ourselves and to live for others.